risk of it's almost like I don't know if you played last year's Nationals.
Necros?
Right, the Necros,
yes.
Burning Abyss.
Yep.
I think it's almost we're running, or the Monarch deck runs into a similar conundrum where it can main shared rides and cards like that for the mirror match. But
sure. Not shared rides.
I'm not Calvin Tahan by any means.
Not shared rides specifically.
First of all,
but cards like shared
Please
rides.
change my name. Please change my name. Not like this.
I think that Mike Knowles is gone. So this is I don't know what last name that you go by these days.
Bend the knee. Kiss the ring. Kiss the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. We'll rectify this.
You're gonna rectify. Okay.
This
is
rectify this.
Alexander.
Before I continue my conversation about.
You see, I didn't bring my ring today because I'm not Calvin.
Right.
I guess this is fitting that you have yours.
Right. I knew this would happen.
Yeah, you knew what happened? All right.
I knew this would happen.
So,
I don't know if it fits on my finger anymore correctly. Like, if it goes on, it gets stuck.
Sure.
Like it's stuck right now. That's bad.
So I turned my hat backwards because I wasn't sure if there's some rule on streaming about, like, displaying logos or whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to.
And now I realize that even turning it backwards, I have a much smaller logo, but it is still a logo.
Right.
So I hope I hope nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, you don't want to see Ryan's Walgreens logo.
I don't know how streaming works and how that. But I figured I would play it safe.
Yeah,
so
no.
Let's cover that up. Whatever. Anyway.
It's better than showing off the. Is it Walgreens?
It is.
Be real. Is it the Walgreens logo?
No, it is Washington's baseball team.
Everyone who likes baseball, please do not.
Do not what?
I think of an appropriate term. An appropriate term to basically say, don't beat me up. Or
don't beat you.
Without saying beat me up, because that just sounds like a 5-year-old to say
baseball's very popular in Japan. I'm surprised that you don't.
Really?
I'm surprised you don't.
Shout out to Gary Williams.
There are probably some baseball animes that exist.
Oh, there are. Some of them are good.
I'm sure there are. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I guess you would.
Obviously, come on. You know who it is.
Well, you're coming to Han now, apparently.
Glasses on, glasses off. No, I can't see with my glasses off.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no. So I was explaining how you can make like shared rides for. But basically, what I'm just trying to say
what
is
would you like? But what equivalent? I cannot think of an equivalent to shared ride for this format.
Like,
maybe with any, like even with really any deck. But I know what you mean in that, like,
in the sense like Edia
shared ride
similar in the Monarch Mirror, where it interacts in such a powerful way, like shared ride does in the Necros Mirror, but it doesn't really interact with the other decks the same way. In fact, it's almost like detrimental. But the only difference is Edia can, if they don't have it, I guess, if they just
if they don't have Fogblade, then Edia gets in.
Right.
You get two summons, and you get Eidos, and then you kill them because next turn you get two. Because next turn you summon the throw, you summon Eidos, and you get two.
Unlike
summons.
shared ride.
Yeah, unlike shared ride, where like
absolutely,
I think the most utility you get for shared ride is like I attacked into a Dante that had Scarm under it, and I was like, before, like, I'll activate shared ride, attack over your Dante.
Stutter, with a little
it was very unsure. I was like, I guess I'll shared ride, attack over Dante, and then if they activate, I draw a card, and then end phase, I draw. I think shared ride works for Scarm. Like, I don't know if shared ride's like end phase or end of turn or whatever.
Right.
You draw 2. It's a +1.
Nice.
It's a +1. You know. So that's about it. Should alls you hit Hedgehog?
Hey.
And if you kill Construct, they get back fusion, you draw a card.
We're finding more uses.
Finding more uses for shared ride.
Oh, man, we're solving 2015 Nationals in 2016. So it's solved. For anyone going to 2015 Nationals this year.
Just make shared ride's fine card. Yeah. It's
perfect.
It's upstart at worst.
Oh, yeah, at worst. Worst case scenario. You know, in a format where people are special summoning still, but we don't play Maxi. You know, because at worst it's a 1-for-1.
I played Maxi for a while. I don't remember. I actually don't remember if it's written on my deck list for today. I know I'm citing it if I'm not maining it, but I don't remember where. I don't remember where it is. So like, it's a good card. It's just
I think it's decent.
It's not good against Monarch.
Right.
Really.
I think right now.
And I think that's one of the major advantages of Monarch actually is that like when you play BA and you're like reveal Farfa like Maxi, you're like you just want to kill yourself. But
conversely, like it's super susceptible to the other hand trap.
Right. God.
Which is interesting because the other decks are kind of like
the other decks, yeah. It's kind of, I guess it is the like conundrum where every deck is like, oh, Maxi's so good, and Monarch's like it doesn't care, and then Valor destroys Monarch, and every other deck just doesn't care.
Right. Yeah. No, and even then, it's just it's insane because, well, not really insane. I guess it's Yu-Gi-Oh, but I was just very surprised. I felt like Ben in that match would be at such a disadvantage because he's maining so many cards for the mirror, which are all just not very powerful against Burning Abyss when they're like setting up or as they've set up.
Well, I didn't see game 1.
Right, and I came in at the end of it. So,
but game 2, was Ben bricked, and game 3 was Ben open Flying Sea. So I don't think like his deck choices, like neither player's deck choices really showed much in that match. It was more. It was kind of unfortunate where Ben bricked and then opened an auto win. Well, not an auto win, but like Jake had no answer to Flying
might as well
Sea.
Be
so
at that
yeah,
point.
yeah, might as well be not. Yeah.
He ended up setting Fogblade that turn, and I guess I don't know. Hell no.
I'm eventually. Yeah, my round 2 opponent
Hit me, Calvin.
just left.
What?
Yeah, I don't.
Two buys?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I gotta buy it.
Yeah, I think almost everyone. I think there were a lot of buys in the losers
They
bracket.
got buys,
which is really weird. I don't know how that worked.
at
Like
this
I'm not
Players'
a tournament organizer. I've never made a bracket really. I've never filled in a double elimination bracket. Like I'm not sure how many people were supposed to be here. I know there were some no shows. I don't know how many people got filled in. So
I'm gonna take a picture of this just so
of the screen here.
Oh yeah. Just how they named me Calvin Tahan.
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right. And I'm just gonna say, of course, a Calvin Tahan tagline, not like this.
Yep.
See,
we have a list. I
Really?
think. Yeah, we have a list of Calvinisms. They are many.
Bend the knee,
Yeah.
kiss the ring.
Yeah. Not like
green,
this is definitely clean.
Not like
this. I mean, I don't remember
green.
off the top of my head, but there's a list that
murder for me. That
murder. Oh yeah, meat is murder. Yeah, you're right. Meat is murder.
there are
a lot of from his Snapchats.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Gonna be sick is a good one.
Gonna be.
That's one of his new favorites. Is gonna be sick.
Got it.
Anyway.
Oh, it's Alec. Yeah, we'll just botch. But you know what? Oh, I have an idea.
Oh, thank you.
Trevor, use my real name. So
the one and only base.
So everyone's gonna see my real name now. So everyone thought my last name was a lie.
So
get ready to hear about how my first name was also a lie.
To be honest, I legitimately do not know what your name is.
All right, here we go. This is my first name.
Okay.
Hi, it's your boy Gurpree, Young Gurp. You know who it is. That's my name. That's what I was born with. Your boy Gurp. Big G. So what's the team name?
Oh, who's on your team?
Free Tyree.
Are you doing the 3v3?
I'm doing the 3v3 with Brady and Tyree.
Strong team.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah.
He needs a
team Free Tyree. Team Anime.
All right. Okay. Team Anime.
I like that one.
That's fair.
Yeah. No, but there you go.
Garrett's not here. That would have been fun.
Oh, yeah, and by fun, I mean, oh, God. Thank God. I'm glad you stayed home, Garen. in the name of anime, I'm glad
in the
Garen
name of
stayed
anime.
home.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Sure.
Thank God.
See, I wonder when I have to actually play someone.
Yeah,
because I've been here since 10, and I haven't played against anyone yet.
Couldn't put the double Azuli magic to work yet.
Yeah, Yep.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing it. Hopefully, we get a feature. I haven't started the 3v3.
I look forward to not seeing Lazuli ever, if that can.
It's a 1-for-1 target. I don't know if you play that. Yeah, that was Nick. That was Nicky's reasoning.
Nicky's reasoning for it was
he said, it's a 1-for-1 target.
No, in my many Blue Eyes decks that I've shared with you privately,
the Goo Eyes?
The Goo Eyes.
I like
there
that.
was one deck where I had Brilliant Fusion, 2 Lazulis, and I was playing 3 Where Arf Thous.
Ooh.
Because if you open it, summon Lazuli, it's level 1.
Right.
Where Arf Thou for Sage. Send Lazuli, summon a Blue Eyes from your deck. Lazuli activates, adds a Blue Eyes from your graveyard because Sage sends his effect, not his cost. Ooh. So that was the real Goo Eye. That was the only time you can ever draw Lazuli and not
Not just hate yourself.
Not just want to shoot yourself
Makes
because
sense.
it's like Lazuli's a combo card in Blue Eyes.
You know, after you were telling
Sort
me
of.
about the Kawaki Mirror Drago conundrum that
Oh,
Blue Eyes had,
yep.
I started trying Levine and
Yes.
Brilliant Fusion again.
Yes.
So for those who don't know,
Yeah.
Kawaki Mirror Drago is an absolute monstrosity against the Blue Eyes deck.
Yeah.
But it
so
has
like
a-
playing it makes playing a Blue Eyes Mirror like borderline. I'm not gonna say unplayable because I haven't
Right.
played the Blue Eyes Mirror. Like I haven't put enough hours into that like match. Like, but it seems really like if
Can get
both players
pretty
are siding Drago, it seems very much like if you go first and you open Drago, there is very little your opponent can do. Like they have to be siding like Dark Hole Regeki or like so the conundrum as we saw it was like, well, how do you beat this card? Like Dark Hole Regeki beats it, but like I don't want to put those in like against Blue Eyes. Like that seems bad.
So Ryan in the
So-
OCG saw he saw this. He pointed this
Yeah.
out that they side the fabled.
Yeah, Japan, they were
the
siding.
name?
I don't know if it was for the same conundrum. I don't think they even sided Drago. I think it was like in Japan, people just like emptiness still. So
Oh.
emptiness was played in every deck or something.
Yeah, I mean,
and they
Emptiness is
side
really good
the
against the deck, too.
Fabled Cat Sith, which is a level, I believe it's called the Fabled Cat Sith. It's level
Yeah.
1, Light
Light
Tuner.
tuner.
So you can search it with Sage. When it's discarded, you get to destroy a card on the field. So you go Summon Sage, because Drago only stops Prattle Summons, it does not stop normal summons. So you go Summon Sage, search Cat Sith. Then you discard it with either Melody or Ravine, and then you get rid of Drago. Or you get rid of... I don't know if it's face-up card or face... It might be face-up card only. I don't actually remember. I haven't read the card in a while. Then you kill either Drago or you kill their Emptiness, or if it says set card, then kill their Strike or something.
I think it's any card.
But
so.
it might be any... Sure.
Yeah, which is still pretty good.
So it's basically... It solved the conundrum.
Said to Trevor.
But I'm still not sure if that deck is like... I'm still not sure if Blue Eyes itself is good
Not
right
yet,
now.
anyway,
I don't
for
think
sure.
it... Or rather, like, the deck is like... In the grand scheme of like Yu-Gi-Oh decks, like it's fine. But like the
Right.
4 decks right now that are very popular are just so like insane that they don't like... Blue Eyes has a good Pendulum matchup, like randomly, because
Yeah.
Spirit Dragon just happens to basically say your opponent can't Pendulum Summon.
Mhm.
Like technically it stops Soul Charge too, but it basically just says your
Right.
opponent can't Pendulum Summon. So
Pretty good in the mirror.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So like
yeah.
I don't know why Spirit Dragon has that line of text on it. Like it doesn't make any sense at all. Like I don't
Right,
know
it
why
doesn't really go
they
with
just
any of
it
the-
doesn't make any sense. Like when you're thinking about like all the other Blue Eyes cards, like why it has that effect, but
It has like no other interaction.
it just lets you beat Pendulum. So
randomly.
yeah. So it lets
Yeah.
you beat Pendulum, and then it kind of loses to Cosmo. Kind of loses to, and when I say kind of loses to Monarch, I think it strictly loses to Monarch.
Absolutely.
I think Monarch is like borderline unwinnable.
I think the
with
Monarch
Blue Eyes.
Stormforth just
Because you have no way to beat Stormforth at all, really.
Absolutely.
Like, I think Cosmo is weird. I haven't played Blue Eyes against Cosmo much, if really at all. But like, you're out the Dark Destroyer is like kind of crash with it, or like summon a
negate.
4,000 guy,
Yeah.
and then if that dies to if they have a second Dark Destroyer, you just kind of lose.
right.
Or if they have Cosmoja, you just kind of lose. So,
What was this?
or if they have Call of the Haunted, you just kind of lose. So there
Yeah.
there are a lot of cards Cosmo can draw if you're playing Blue Eyes where you just go, oh, I guess I lose.
Yeah, your opponent
that's
just
always a
can't-
problem.
Your opponent cannot draw like you
Yeah,
have to have under,
your
like,
opponent
perpetual
just has to have
time
no.
seal
If
or
your opponent,
something.
if your opponent has a Dark Destroyer and no other cards, you might win.
Yeah, potentially.
If they have a set Call of the Haunted, then you're not winning.
right. At all.
Basically.
There's no way.
If
Well, I mean, there is.
the BA matchup is like, if Azure Eyes protected itself for more than, well, your opponent's turn because you go Spirit Summon it on their turn, so it activates. It protects all your dragons for that turn, and then for the next turn. So it's kind of like you're summoning Dark Destroyers, but that are only Dark Destroyer for one turn. So BA just kind of floats with like Seers and Beatrices, and you don't OTK them because you can't, because that's just how Burning Abyss kind of works. They just have so many floaters. And then unless you hard draw another level 1 tuner, you can't really make another Azure Eyes. And then eventually they
Yeah.
just kill you. That's the issue, is that like the deck doesn't really have the longevity that it needs. Like not enough of the cards do, like, you're pretty much putting most of your hand on the table like turn 1, and nothing really floats. Like the only thing that really floats, or rather like they float into things that don't matter, like Voice of Ancients like floats into summoning a Blue Eyes, but like summoning a Vanilla isn't that
Yeah.
good. Like
I think it's interesting though in that matchup specifically
Uh-huh.
that most of the Blue Eyes cards, with the exception of the White Spirit or Dragon Spirit of White, can kind of just randomly almost. So first of all, Blue Eyes White Dragon is immune to Fog Blade.
Yes,
randomly.
That is
Which is kinda cool.
Okay, that's not randomly. That's like it's a vanilla monster. Yes,
he's a normal
yes.
monster.
Actually, one of the interesting things I found in the Blue Eyes matchup was that all the Blue Eyes cards have randomly favorable interactions with Fog Blade.
Yeah.
Like Spirit Dragon can banish it. If your opponent has a Fog Blade on one of your guys, Spirit Dragon can banish it so it doesn't go to grave. If you try to banish a back row and then they chain Fog Blade, you can tribute Spirit Dragon, summon the Blue Eyes from your hand. If they have a monster, then your Spirit Dragon still resolves. If you have, or that's the Spirit of White. I hate that the cards' names are so similar. Like the effect monster that banishes a back row, I think it's called Dragon Spirit of White, I believe. But then the Synchro Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, that card also has a really favorable interaction with Fog Blade, where if it gets Fog Bladed, are we off? Or can you still hear me? I heard
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it gets Fog Bladed, you can just kind of sit on it. Then when they activate a Grave effect, you can activate Spirit Dragon to negate the Grave effect, then chain its other effect to tribute it, and then it's no longer on the field, so Fog Blade can't negate it, and then you get to negate their Grave effect. So, I think that would be, the saving grace for Blue Eyes against BA, was that Fog Blade, as we were talking about earlier, which is, such a nuisance for decks like Monarch, which are so susceptible to effect negation. Blue Eyes, almost all the Blue Eyes cards, except for, Sage, have